All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to paint their door a vibrant shade of blue. Others have the need to decorate their bathroom with fish, anchors, and other nautical items. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.
Hi there, this is Greg LeGros.
And this is Jamie Dew.
Of Fully and Completely. You're listening to... Hello and welcome to Fully and Completely, the podcast that is exploring all of the music of the Tragically Hip in chronological order. We, of course, are taking some side roads and exploring solo projects and various other endeavors from the band. It's a new year. It's 2020. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Greg.
Usually we will examine a lot of the music and pop culture that's coming out around the albums, but this is a special episode. We're looking at the side project and semi-solo career of Rob Baker. We're looking at two albums from Strippers Union.
And a lot of CanCon.
Many members of the Odds. Just Odds, no the.
Yeah, it's very funny when you look up the band on Spotify or Apple Music. The Odds is a band, but they're like a...
somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah, just Odds.
Odds.
Yeah.
That's it.
Three members of Odds and Rob Baker and one slug. One of Doug's slugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the keyboard players from Doug and the Slugs.
Oh, my God. Doug and the Slugs.
That is fucking delightful.
Oh, I learn something all the time. You know what? I'm even learning that it's more than one member of the Odds. I thought that it was
it's all of the Odds except we have one replacement guy.
Stephen Drake.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
You sub Stephen Drake out and get yourself a Robbie Baker.
That's kind of cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
So you've picked a few songs from the catalog.
Yeah.
And I've picked a few songs.
Yeah.
We'll talk about those.
Okay.
And we'll encourage you to go explore this record on your own.
Yeah.
But as a bonus, we're also, just based on the sheer number of odds that are in this
We're going
band.
to talk a little bit about the Odds.
Yeah, you can't. No,
Or just Odds.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake.
Well, in that case, I think it's grammatic. You have to say the odds. Yeah.
It's true. And I'm going to, and many times over.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this as a fact checker, just, hey, back way off.
So, I mean, this isn't a standard episode. We are going to kind of go off of our normal.
That's right, because we are going to, we're talking Strippers Union, we're talking Odds, and that just opens up this whole can of CanCon. A can of CanCon. So, we're going to be all over the map, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, Greg, I ask you, where do we start? I suppose we start at the premise of this episode, which is Strippers Union. So, what do you think about Strippers Union to start?
Just before we get into it, we didn't mention it in our little our Christmas message to everyone, but maybe not the time for that anyway. But with all this, we have so much Canadian content we talk about, and so much Canadian music, and there's so much that I really want to talk about with that and the CanCon explosion, the passing of John Mann from Spirit of the West.
Yeah.
A very long and courageous battle. Just devastating. That is super duper sad. Spirit of the West, I would be completely transparent. I was never the hugest fan, but definitely a fan. And I don't think anyone who grew up in Canada didn't have some portion of their life soundtracked by them, and very specifically, of course, Home for a Rest. But I mean, there's a huge list of great songs from that band.
My favorite is, I'll be completely transparent as well.
Yeah,
I'm one of those few people who doesn't like Home for a Rest.
Yeah,
it's just like.
Well, I love it and hate it because I heard it too many fucking times.
No,
but
probably,
when I strip
that's
it down,
what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it was just every night watching
people do a jig.
Drunk people do this weird dance. There's a lot of kicky stuff going on.
Yeah, right.
I don't really know what's happening.
But Venice is Sinking,
dude. That is a song.
Jesus hangs behind the glass above Venetian doors. His window box boasts crimson flowers, fresh cut the day before, and you couldn't find a smile if you nailed it to his face. But Jesus Christ hangs his head with grace, and if Venice is sinking, I'm going under. 'Cause beauty's religion, and it's christened me with wonder. They come in bent backed, creaking across the floor, all dressed in black. Candles thick as pillars, you can buy one off the floor. And the ceiling's painted gold, and Mary's hair is red. The old come here to kiss their dead. And if Venice is sinking, I'm going under. It's beauty's religion, and it's risen me with wonder. We made love upon a bed, sat down to the floor, in a room that had a postcard on the door of Marini's little man with an erection on a horse. It always leaves me laughing, leaves me feeling that of course if Venice is sinking, I'm going under. It's beauty's religion, and it's christened me with wonder. Venice is sinking, I'm going under. It's beauty's religion, and it's christened me with wonder.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. I think the ones that I really was drawn, I went back and listened to some, quite a bit of Spirit of the West. And what really stands out is just how much I still like that tune, which was our highest charting, too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, that's good. That's rightly deserved then.
Which is, I guess, the peak of them gaining so much momentum on the college radio boom of Home for Arrest. But
Right.
So you have then, that's the middle, and Venice is Sinking is the peak of that, and then where it all starts, they had a song called Political that is just fantastic.
I don't know that one.
You should go check it out. Great lyrics, and really, it's really smart. It's punchy. It's thoughtful. It's accessible. It's that thing growing. Where they weren't just a drinking band or anything by any means. They were a very thoughtful band that really talked about a lot of different political issues, and a very put a name tag on it. Political was their first sort of breakthrough college radio tune. So it's a shame to lose him, to lose another one. Just a terrific songwriter and performer.
I knew that he was battling, and it didn't look good. And clearly, that's how it turned out. He was a young man; shouldn't have been taken when he did. When he was, seemed very courageous. Very similar story to the story that we as Tragical Hit fans are familiar with our Shining Light.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
I don't know. Where do you it's this sad stuff? Where do you go now? Right.
But let's get into
Yeah.
it with our
Good
strippers union.
All right.
So you got Rob Baker, Craig Northey, and then you have Doug Elliott, also from Odds, Pat Stewart from Odds, and Simon Kendall from Doug and the Slugs.
Doug and the Slugs. So he's on keys. What are the other two guys?
Pat Stewart's the drummer, and Doug Elliott's the bass guitar. And I think handled some of the writing, too.
Gotcha. Okay.
Throughout these two albums.
So for me, what's really surprising is, you know,
I didn't know they existed as a
No,
thing.
I did not either.
Yeah, and usually
I don't know. Maybe I did. The name, I was like, I know that. I've read it somewhere.
Okay.
You know, but no real idea about how many odds are in it. How many slugs from Doug. And so 2 records. And
quite a distance apart between them as well.
yeah, which I dig about it because when you have that much time in between a side project or, you know, like a passion project, to come back to it that many years later, obviously they had a good time doing it. There was a continued rapport, you know, that they felt good about the music, wanted to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. And because it feels, there's a lot of these kind of bands that can get thrown together and they don't sound like a band. But this is polished shit. This is good songwriting. These are guys are pros. They're very comfortable together. And obviously, from being in Odds, and I'm really trying hard not to throw the in front of it. So far, I'm doing great.
You are.
Those guys obviously have a history, and they know how to operate together. But it doesn't feel like Odds at all. And you bring in Baker, and it's a really nice fit. And I think the first album is very good.
Yes.
And it's got a nice, you know, kind of straightforward rock and roll approach.
And it's called local
518. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I picture this as Rob Baker talking to Northry, and almost talking about the band that the Tragically Hip used to be with the sax player.
Yep.
Straight ahead rock and roll. Wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun, Craig, to make a record, you know, here and now in 2006 that's just like a straight up rock and roll record, like the Stones, you know, with some horns, like a little bit of brown sugar, and just go for it.
Yeah.
And the first track on that first record is exactly that.
Yeah, shake it off.
So fast, start time through the jetway. Now his shoes are off, head is bobbing on his chest like the baby's does. It's a question of self-control, locked down to the P's and Q's on parole. Buried all that money in the backyard now, bone dry gas tank, laden model car. Shake it off with the Jimmy Nolan theme sound. Shake it off, mine's taking over all around. It's a question of self-parole, cold sweat on the edge of funk next to soul, and the band will play for Captain Bligh. Sweet noise and
It is 100%. You know, you've got the horn lead in.
Yep.
It's just it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
It's exceptionally well made bar rock. And
Yes.
I mean that in the nicest way.
Of course.
And because you need that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and the album just carries on with that. It doesn't fuck around. There's no like dipsy do. We're gonna do a little experimental here.
No.
It's just fucking
No.
We're gonna rock. You're welcome.
Well, the one exception is there's a song called "The Bear." That is
Local Bear.
Local Bear.
Yeah.
That is a little. That song is a little fucked.
Kind bud in a good jam session. Local bear knows what's good to eat. Local bear takes a trip to the lake shore where the rednecks and the hippies all meet. Smell patchouli and a college jazz, red wine and a lot of Chardonnay. Kicking up past the kicking horse pass, roll the tone up for a mellow good time. Not as smart as the average bear. Picnic baskets around the people down there. Watch the action from a thin fir tree. Helicopter dancers as far as we could see. Let's dance. Let's dance. Look at the stars. Tots are playing on the beach below him. Too close for comfort, so they call the cops. Safety first for those who don't know him. Pop a cap and see the big bear drop. Mountie wish you were directing traffic instead of taking down the big black oak. Lose with this demographic. You're a killer if you do, and you're damned if you don't. Not finished any rolls and balls. They cry murder and ignore the band. Heavy head to the lake he crawls and drowns to the sound of Dixieland.
That song is a little bit fucked up. It's very different. It's very like vocally and the rhyming structure.
Yeah. Well, it fits. Yeah.
There's a lot of that on both records.
Yeah. What else there's a song that does it that I'm trying to nail down with my brain here.
3 Day Road?
3 Day Road, yes. No One's Watching. It's on this album too. No One's Watching has a weird thing going on it that I kind of attribute to that. Maybe it's the weird spoken word part that comes into it,
Your lips sink slow, there is no song. A nice warm bath and the radio was on. The green screened up into the dark black night, falling through space in your suit of lights. Splashed down lit by a small blue spark. Radio killed the video star. Soft river, hard water, swim with mermaids through piranha. No one's taught her how. The TV's on and nobody's home. The smile is there, but you're long gone. Run to the light in a see-through dress. The lens flares out as the extras rest. The AD wraps any extra crew. For one last scene, the set's closed for you. Soft focus, cold water, you're number one now. With an anchor, no one's watching now.
I dreamt I was Snow White, only the other way around. You kissed me beamed to a deep sleep. I couldn't come back. I couldn't wake up for the life of me, but I didn't want to wake up. Oh, my sweet prince. Finally, no one was watching us. No one was watching. No one was watching. The woods were deep and dark.
The lions sleep beside her urn. Her MP3s make LimeWire burn. Her ballad sung sadly by candlelight, but the crowds rained out by the second night. All the stuffed animals lie soaking wet, with the flowers and the notes and the mess that's left. No one stays now, only drive-bys, like any wreath laid by the roadside. No one's watching now, watching now, watching now, watching now.
Oh man, that is so good. I feel like we have to visit the one where the vocal duties are handled by Robbie. What is that? It's Sweet and Low. And this is just a fucking groove. This has got such a great groove to it. But Robbie Baker singing? I mean, come on. This is great. We got to listen to it.
Melvin's voice was there at the start when they built the ark. Lambs laid down to his soothing sound. Don't need no microphone if you swing below the baritone. Saintly sinner, get on mama over dinner. It's not his suits that caught the girls. Asian rag. Born in the year of the dog, with a snake and a velvet frog. Forbidden fruit took down the truths. Now there's just one last temptation. Got honey tone. They're on their knees. He's the king bee, leaning on the baby grand in electric lamps. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. My love supreme, my love supreme. Smooth as silk, like buttermilk. Solid gold foundation, second to last temptation.
I feel that confidence and that professionalism to his songwriting in a lot of these Strippers Union tunes. Obviously, I mean, it's, you know, but he takes it. He's taking the album seriously. It's not just go fuck around with the boys kind of thing. You know, there's concrete hooks in here. You know, the transitions are all written. There's nothing that feels half-assed. You know,
Yeah.
or like a throwaway track or what have you.
Oh, there's some great lyrics as well. One of the lyrics is one of my favorite lyrics that I pulled, and I'm trying to think of the song right now that it comes from, and I can't think of the title. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
But the lyric is, I never made it far, but I played it left hand. And it's such a great callback to Ziggy Stardust. You know, inverting those two lyrics and making it about failing rather than succeeding. You know? So
that's great. That's great.
Dynamite. And I will tell you the song. Well, we'll just play it.
Sure.
Like a painting where the sky's too blue, I'm imitating only the best parts of you. I play you in that light, I sing what I can't write, so I pretend I sang it first, and everybody knows the words.
And off that first album, I wanted to talk briefly about "Give Up and Go Away," which I feel like is kind of just the big slugger centerpiece of the record.
Give Up and Go Away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it's not a like super fast pace, but it just got muscle.
Tempers flare here everywhere because of nothing I can see. The teller stamps the cancel check and I sink to mediocrity again. Hey! What do you say? Why don't we give up and go away? Hey, hey, hey! What do you say? Why don't we give up and go away? Fluorescent tubes bleach out this room and sunshine never gets in here. The fear that lay down on my dream has left into the atmosphere. So hey, what do you say? Why don't we give up and go away? Hey, hey, hey! What do you say? Why don't we give up and go away? I can only fool myself for so long. Let's go while the stove is on. Let's go while there's work to do. Let's go just because we want to. I can only fool myself for so long. Let's go while the stove is on. Let's go while there's work to do. Let's go while everybody thinks we're wrong. Hey! What do you say? Why don't we give up and go away? Hey, hey, hey! What do you say? Why don't we give up and go away?
It just has that. This is the one we're gonna blow the roof off with. You know, it's got really intense singability, and it's a bit of an earworm. I'm walking around humming that one more than anything else on here. But I feel like that's the big like. I would assume it was the single. I don't even know if there were singles from this. I didn't see any videos or anything. I looked around, but it feels like a single to me. And it's the album. Maybe it's the track you write. Then you're like, we should do a whole album.
Yeah, I wonder if that's. I would love to know the genesis. If you're out there and you're listening and you know how this came to be, our research staff is off for the holidays.
Yeah, and also there's not a fuck of a lot out there to find.
There's not. There really, truly isn't. I know
the internet information is that this is a band that these men made, and then they made an album.
Yeah, it doesn't even say they made 2 albums.
No.
It says 1 album.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, forgive us. Again, we like to come into these episodes traditionally, and we have notes and we have sheets and we have all this kind of stuff. But we're sort of just.
Hey man, it's 2020. We're all about feel now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we just want to play some great Canadian music.
Yeah, and I would imagine these albums will be a first time listen for a lot of people. Because they did get a lot of press or a bunch of awareness.
Did they tour?
I would imagine so, but I don't know. I hope so. They feel like they'd be a good live band.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like, and at the end they stick around and they put out this second record, The Deuce, and yeah, again, I like it better.
All right, talk to me a little bit more about that.
Well, again, you hear these amazing Canadian bands from the 80s and 90s and how they transitioned over time, some of them going through into the 2000s, but there was this like natural progression to not repeat. But much like the hip, let's not just do the same forever, that would be boring.
Are there songs with horns on the second record?
Yeah, but not there's more
It's not
flavor.
the same, right?
So yeah, no, it isn't the same. Like Whiteout.
This road, 28 days, colors fade, 1,000 ways, shades of gray. What remains? One green leaf falls off a fruitless tree. Nothing will go to sea. Night is for moving. Night's for laying low. Wide out the ruins under snow. Signal fire out on the wire. Only destroyed by cursing the void, grapes of wrath. One blade of grass, static waves. My dot on the map is here. I'm working against my fear. Lie in wait, the questions start. Who are you? Are you alone? The dog betrays a friend whose faith remains. Maybe we are the same. For laying
like that track a lot. It's near the end. It's just like it's basically a song about driving in a fucking whiteout in the snow, you know. But it does a great job of matching tone to its content,
Right.
Because it feels kind of claustrophobic and a little bit like I'm driving really fucking carefully.
Yeah, white knuckling it.
But not in a like a dark, tense way. There's this calm to it, but it's and it's great. And it's a totally different feel than anything on the first record.
Very much so. So you're a Deuce guy then. You're feeling the Deuce.
I got all these feelings about CanCon and early Canadian alternative rock, like late 80s stuff.
Okay.
When I was listening to this, because my favorite thing about this experience with listening to both of these albums was that it kind of time traveled me a little bit. And there was some stuff that really sounded early aughts. I go with aughts. But
Oh, right. I was messed up there because I thought you were talking about odds.
Yeah, I know.
Because you said it so awkwardly.
Yeah. I'm still in decade stuff. That brought me to there, but a lot of this I was thinking of bands like the Northern Pikes.
Yeah.
There's this, no bones about it, straightforward rock and roll that's got wit, that's got charm, isn't afraid to be funny when it needs to.
Right.
And then there's this other stuff in here like Local Bear and a couple other tunes on the Deuce that have this sort of more, I don't want to say storytelling sensibility to the lyricism, but it reminds me of mid-90s Canadian stuff like the Rheostatics. Some of the tone for it kind of fits there. With this song anyway, this song made me think of the Rios, as did Only Lows.
Oh, right,
Has like this, like not like a TLE Static song, but some of the radio stuff that they put out, like Jane or Bad Time to Be Poor, kind of fit into there for me. You know what I mean? Like, there's just something about the confessional storytelling, something like I don't know. It feels personal, like or intimate. I think is the word I want.
Yeah,
I'm getting something with bizarre yarn thrown at me by someone.
At this party with you folks, making the most with memories of the sounds, sweet sounds. You hang like paintings around my house, breaking this city down to smaller towns. Bring the noise and bring me peace. Silent types are all that I can be. Listen with my eyes and taste the wine, reading just fine without crossing the T's. Only lows are coming through, only hands to talk to you. Singing man is what I see. Take it to the bridge and take it home for me. For me. I hear it in the body and lips to read. Riding on the bass and following his lead. I know you sing Sweet Caroline. Senses working overtime improve. 4 by land and 1 underwater. Tell me good times never felt this good. Only lows are coming through, only hands to talk to you. Make it up until it's true. Only lows are coming through. Flutter of a wing and the buzz of a bee, growing to a howl, then bending all the trees. Dark breeze. Didn't have a chance dance in the avalanche. When the shock was over, I could finally breathe. Only lows are coming through. Only hands to talk to you. Make it up until it's true. Only lows are coming through.
And it's there's just, I think it's comfortability of them working together, and maybe the guys in odds not or feeling more comfortable to not write odds songs, but to write like what's in this, you know, what is the identity of this band? It's whatever we want it to be, and if they can loosen up, then, you know,
That's got to be so liberating,
sure,
right? Even for Baker to come in and be like, I'm gonna pitch my 3 songs, but we're probably going to use all 3. We're we're not going to pick the best one, or maybe not pick any of my 3 songs.
Yeah,
You know, like we would with the hip,
right?
You know, where we sort of go around in a circle and we come up with 12 songs as a 5-some.
Yeah.
You know, this is a side project. I'm going to bring work to it, and it's going to be great.
And a side project that has a guy, Craig Northey, who's a very direct songwriter. Like, this isn't going to be, I mean, I'm speculating quite a bit here, but this isn't going to be written by committee.
No.
You know, when the hip, because they're such a democracy, and that's what makes them so special. But, you know, so when you're a player and that's your only, what you're used to all the time, to go into a group and then work with one guy's like, I got this. And this is, you know, this is how this is, you know, A, B, and C. That's how that comes going. Now let's add your flavor to it.
Right.
Bring me your piece now. You know? And it's always a different thing. Every group of, you know, 4 to 8 people in a band is an entirely different energy. So it's got to be super exciting.
Yeah.
When it's your job. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's so, how fun is that your job, you get to go do the different version of it and have a completely unique experience. It's really cool.
Boy, this was so much easier talking about Paul's solo project when we had like Paul sitting in the chair that you're in.
Yeah,
hey?
he could really fill in the blanks.
He could fill in all these blanks. We didn't have to do the speculation.
Yeah.
Man,
But
if
that's
only
okay.
we had got Rob Baker to come around.
It's a shame. Maybe, you know, we would catch one of these guys someday and they can come fill us in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob, tell us about the songwriting process.
Yeah. What's up? Was I right?
We just thought you guys jammed and came up with stuff, and it was cool. And I don't know, like,
but I was on this big, just, you know, very fondly thinking of all these different periods of Canadian rock radio getting through, you know, and it's great to, I didn't realize for ages that when a Doug and the Slugs is in there, because I can't help but giggle, but I fucking love Doug and the Slugs.
Really?
Oh man, those are hits.
I couldn't.
Those are some hooks. You know the songs.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Making It Work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Doug and the Slugs. Yeah. This is
Oh
big.
wow.
There's probably 3 or 4 Doug and the Slugs songs that are still radio friendly hits. Making It Work is probably the big one, but I don't know. What you don't know Doug and the Slugs?
I do. Well, I do now.
Yeah.
Making it work.
Yeah. Where's the
Hey, I listen to classic rock
brain
all
right
the time, so some of it just it's a weird format in Canada, classic rock, because a lot of the
Day
music
by
that
Day?
you're
Remember
talking
Day by
about,
Day?
probably.
Day by getting stronger. Day by day, getting longer. It's a good song. Check out Day by Day.
All right,
If I was going to have a top Doug and the Slugs track,
that would be the one.
Day by Day. They're a good time band. They're having fun.
Bad news, don't ruin my appetite. Don't let the papers tell me it's wrong or right. I just do what I do, and I do it day by day by day by day. Live a life, my take it slow. Make mistakes, but oh, that's the way it goes.
So that's fucking cool, though. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it reminds me, just it makes me think of that time period when I moved to Canada and I was, 10 years old, and I was already really interested in music, and it was neat to see there's all these fucking bands that were, I didn't see or hear about. They were just because you go from MTV to Much Music, and then you're getting all this airplay, and to see the Pikes or Grapes of Wrath.
Grapes of Wrath, all the things I wasn't.
Yeah. Who wants to get sad like right now?
Yeah.
Right now, we're getting sad. All the things I wasn't. That song, it'll stop everything. Put it on anywhere. Everyone will just look down for a second.
Hours of hiding spent apart. The wall was all we'd share. About the closest you could get. About all I would bear. Don't tell me all the things I wasn't could have made this big a difference to all the things you are. Years of listening, taking in, to one day take away from all the guilt and pity I could barely keep at bay. Don't tell me all the things I wasn't could have made this big a difference to all the things you are. Time apart, I've realized a name's the most we share. But unlike you, there's no way I could spend forever there. Tell me all the things I wasn't would have made this big a difference to all the things you are.
Yeah, that was big.
Oh, I love that song, and they're a cool band.
Yeah.
Grapes of Wrath, and they're these neat bands that were doing really individually characteristic music. They had their own sound, and it was identifiable and clear what they were doing. And the Odds are definitely one of those bands who are just on the outside of the big boom of the big hits from Canadian bands. They weren't going to bust through quite like Sloan or Our Lady Peace or obviously the Hip or Bare Naked Ladies, but they were sitting right there. The heterosexual man gets all this airplay, that crazy video with the Kids in the Hall in it,
Because that's Kids in the Hall. That's right. Yeah.
and that's just got a great sense of humor.
Yep.
The Pikes were like that too, where they would be straightforward and give you like a teen land sort of
87 Pikes is very different than like 93 Pikes, right?
Super duper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the things I do for money and then She Ain't Pretty.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Different band.
Yeah.
5440.
5440.
There's a big journey too.
They were like mid 80s.
Sure.
Right?
When you think like, One Gun and that kind of shit and where they land with like Ocean Pearl.
Play a little kiss and tell with poison pills. Bitten in the valley of thirst, the body kills. I got an ocean pearl. I see an open world. No ocean pearl.
and
Yeah.
become like a top 40
That's right.
success band.
Yeah. Dear Dear was the big breakthrough.
Right.
Because like I feel at that point they were getting lumped in
Yeah,
they went from college rock to like alternative.
totally.
Right.
And then they
all those bands
home
were
run with
alternative.
Smiling Buddha Cabaret that has Ocean Pearl on it.
Yeah.
That's a great album.
It's those
Very good guitar rock.
two back to back. But their best record is their greatest hits. Like, I mean, it sounds stupid to say, but that record, that greatest hits record, is not just like 3 songs and like a bunch of stuff you haven't heard.
No.
Like every single
track.
song.
And it's in a lot of different, I don't want to say genres, but it
is.
It's a wild ride.
This is Canadian. This is CanCon.
Yeah.
Like it's got like this weird identity crisis.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, I listened to classic rock and it was like all the contemporary Canadian music was played on classic rock.
Yeah.
Because where else were you going to put it?
Totally.
So you listen to Q107 or 95.3 or whatever. That's where you heard the Pikes, and that's where you heard 5440 and Sloan Broke and like stuff like that.
Another band that had a big transition and like moving from one era to another and blowing up as much as they could, I guess, was Big Sugar.
Oh my God!
Well, what a huge change they had.
Okay, I don't know the old stuff.
Well, it's really filthy, loud as hell blues rock.
Okay.
And then they got that shift in them where it got catchier. There was the reggae influence.
Yeah.
And the tone is just different. Like it was like a down and dirty blues rock band. They have a track called Wild Ox Moan that I strongly recommend.
All right.
You check out. I have no qualms with what they became and when they hit their, top 40 sort of success. Those are really catchy tunes and I got time for them. But that early stuff I really like. And Wild Ox Moan is one of the best songs of that decade.
Well, I want you to come on in here, woman. Sit down on your daddy's knee. I've got something I want to tell you, woman. You know it's worrying me. Well, I'm gonna wait and leave you, woman. But I'll be back for long. Well, I'm gonna wait and leave you, woman. You can count the days that I'm gone. Well, I'm going down to Texas, woman. Gonna hear my wild ox moan. Well, I'm going out to find him, woman. And I'm bound to drive him on home. Sit down on your daddy's knee. I got something I wanna tell you, woman. You know it's worrying me. Said I'm gonna wait and leave you, woman. But I'll be back for love. I don't want you to sit and cry now, woman. Your dad is coming home.
Wow.
It's very good. Great vocal.
Who's the
Insane
Who's the
vocal.
front man?
Gordy
Johnston.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But we had these bands where sometimes it's frustrating having Canadian content, right? And
Yeah.
it forces some things upon you. But if you're not good, you're not going to stick around. That's you're just wind up being haywire or something. I'm
Nice callback.
I don't know. I'm sure they're nice guys.
That's a callback to like 2 years ago.
I had one of their albums. They really evolved though, and by their own design.
Yeah.
No one was telling them, "Oh, you're gonna, add reggae to your."
Totally.
That's what's gonna.
I just remember their bassist was like a big dreadlocked guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Older gentleman.
Yeah. And they were just there's quite a cool journey to a lot of these bands, and Odds being one of them, because they have this little. I guess we're gonna kind of just morph in and out of Odds to this.
I think so.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
So the first big hit,
Heterosexual
for Odds,
man.
I think first, anyways, it Falls Apart.
Oh.
Which is a Northie tune.
Loose tie rods in a fire full of coal, blowing smoke out the ears as I head for the hole without a 10-foot pole. I don't like the feeling of being out of control. You knew the reason, but you let it start. This vice would be your end. Now the end has come. You're feeling really dumb. You deserve it, but you had no choice. Yeah, but it falls apart in little pieces on the floor. Too wild to keep together, so you wanted more. It falls apart, falls apart, falls apart. You talked to Blue Streak, but you never did. Go ahead, crawl in the cave, and now the end has come. You're feeling really down. You deserve it, but you had no choice. Yeah, it falls apart in little pieces on the floor. Too wild to keep together, so you want more. It falls apart, falls apart,
which is
Man,
spectacular.
yeah, just fuck off. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it's necessarily looking at the lyrics. I could be wrong. I've never really like sat down and really dissected it. But I mean, I don't think it's so much a song about like addiction as a like overindulgence. Someone who just can't, maybe doesn't have a problem during the work week, but when it's go time, just can't keep it fucking together.
I just have the melody hook in my head.
And it's so great.
It's just
little pieces on the floor, man.
Yeah.
And it's a great song. It's got confidence and swagger, and Northie kills it. Generally with odds, I'm more into Stephen Drake. He's my guy. But Northie songs that when he knows when he lands one, I think he's maybe the more polished songwriter.
I think.
Because his stuff is more... Stephen Drake stuff, if he catches the right vibe, he's going to slaughter it, because it's an energy thing. Whereas Northie's really got the structure down, like knows melody, knows change.
It feels that way.
Yeah, he's a really competent writer, and It Falls Apart is super great indications of that early on in his career, and then some of the later hits. The later hits are all him. He's like started them, then Stephen Drake's the hit guy in the middle, and then Northie keeps them going with his hits, and is now the only guy in the band. They're still going, just with him because Drake is a
producer now. Yeah. He doesn't contribute at all anymore.
No, I don't think so.
Oh wow!
I mean, I haven't listened to a new Odds album in a long
right.
time.
I think
he's really
not.
I
think they had one a couple years ago.
Yeah, and they still tour. And I don't know how many of Stephen Drake's tunes they do, or if Northie sings them now. I'm not
I don't
really
know how
sure.
I don't know how they break that down.
But like,
I know that
Heterosexual Man is Drake, and all the hits on Good Word Feeling.
Okay.
Which I like that album a lot.
Yeah, I like Someone Who Is Cool is probably my favorite.
Natural selection, I've avoided all detection and the tender bits underneath. All with window dressing and calculated guessing and a bark bigger than my teeth. It was the suit that got me the gig. It was the tear that got me the girl. I'm a sheep in this wolf clothing. I'm a picture that I'm holding of someone who is cool. So like a thimble, swallowed up in symbols, wanting what I don't need. If sympathy's the answer, I'll have temporary cancer, but that's not what I'll have you believe. 'Cause it was the suit that got me the gig. It was the tear that got me the girl. I'm a sheep in this wolf clothing. I'm a picture that I'm holding of someone who is cool. Someone who is cool. Someone who is cool. Someone who is cool. Close but kind of meatless, like actors who play Jesus in movies of the week. What other people wish for oozes from my every pore. I'm the coffee, not the sleep. And I'm the song about the song that once said something new. I'm a scandal that's unfolding. I'm a picture that I'm holding of someone who is cool. Someone who is cool. Someone who is cool. I'm a picture someone who is cool. Someone who is cool. Someone who is cool.
That's Northie.
That's probably one of my favorite.
Yeah.
To me,
It's
it's
a great song.
it's so Matthew Sweet. It's
Oh,
so
man. Hell yeah, it is.
it's just melodic, and you're right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just structured it's candy.
Yeah.
It's genetically
but not
composed to be,
but not vapid.
enjoyed. No, not
it's really
not,
thoughtful. You know?
Yeah.
And that's and a lot of that. That's a good song.
Right?
I like that song a lot. Again, the difference between Drake and Northeast stuff, you know, and again, I lean more towards in odds anyway. I lean towards Drake because I feel like I'm talking about the rapper.
It's very strange not to be.
Stephen Drake. I'm just going with that.
Drake.
Stevie.
Yeah.
Like Good Weird Feeling, I think is definitely my favorite odds album. And it was just cool. It was just cool. And his two big singles, Truth Untold and Eat My Brain, really propelled that album. And there's good deep cuts too. Like I Would Be Your Man is a great song.
Yep.
Eat My Brain is what a weird, cool, big hit single.
My droopy-eyed Madonna, a triple fire alarm. All the other rogues and darlings get sent to the farm. I don't need to deceive you, 'cause I feel no pain. Maybe I should let you come on and eat my brain. Yeah. There's an art to perception, so see it as you will. Can you adjust my reception? Or just give me the latest bill? Yeah, I don't need to deceive you, 'cause I feel no pain. Maybe I should let you come on and eat my brain. Yeah.
very odd.
It's very odd, but I love it. It's got
Yeah.
so much energy and swagger. That video is hilarious. That's where their car breaks down, so they steal gas from Junkhouse's pickup,
Oh, really?
and then running from them, they beat up and steal the Pursuit of Happiness's car.
That's great.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, that's such a celebration of Junk House. There's a band I haven't thought of in a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness I think about at least weekly.
Sure.
You know,
Well, that video. I'm an adult now.
the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Queen
that's
Street one.
I feel like that's a significant moment in Canadian, like, edgy rock
I think you're right.
propelling forward, right? That caught fire. People were into it. It's weird. It's a nice little look at old Queen West, cool Queen West in Toronto.
Right.
And it just got this energy to it. And they're a cool band. I met Mo Berg a couple of times.
And in
he's a
1989,
swell guy.
and he is to this day. So don't let this sound disparaging.
Yeah.
But in 1989, was there anybody cooler than Mo Berg?
No, with those gigantic glasses.
Fuck, man. He's so neat.
Yeah, super neat.
Right? Long
Yeah.
hair and punky and,
Yeah.
right?
And
Just a
that's-
songwriting,
Yeah.
savant.
That song rules.
Yeah, really great stuff.
Yeah.
I saw the Trans-Canada Highwaymen
Mm-hmm.
on tour.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of fun. That was Craig Northey.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say his last name clearly. Mo Berg,
Uh-huh.
Chris Murphy,
Uh-huh.
and Stephen Page.
Yeah.
And they each played three of their, like they would switch instruments.
Right.
And they each played three of their signature tracks.
Right.
And it was spectacular.
Sure.
It was so great. It was like,
that's cool.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And that's where I really became exposed to, like, I knew that I liked Odds, but I didn't know. So I'm the opposite of you. Like, I didn't know how much I liked Craig's songwriting.
Right.
But when I saw him sing these songs live, I was just like, Jesus Christ, every single song is like pop perfection.
Yeah.
Like it
And
really
like a
is.
moment in Canadian alternative rock history.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, It Falls Apart. That's a serious tune.
So is that where you became exposed to them?
That's where I got interested in them. And
Right.
then Heterosexual Man, I was like, this is crazy. And super catchy. And that album is really good. Like super good. That was the first one I got. I'm like, I like this band. This is pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, it was Truth Untold really I kind of flipped out when I heard that tune. It's very good.
Yeah.
I think, gun to my head, that's my favorite Odd song.
And that's Stephen Drake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
really
big time.
good song.
Man, Truth Untold is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think? Let me rewind here.
Sure.
What do you think Rob Baker is thinking now? Like, do you think, obviously, again, we're speculating heavily here.
Sure.
Would you be surprised if there were a third Strippers Union record?
No, I wouldn't.
Or is it strange now, like for him?
I guess it's been a decade, hasn't it?
It has.
Oh.
Well, it will be. Yeah. Would it be strange for him to release material with another band now that the hip is basically defunct? Like,
I think there'd be much more attention towards it.
I feel like there would too. I'm just so curious. Like I know Paul has said that he's working on new material
Yeah.
for another record, but it's like nobody has done anything. It's only been a short time, so I don't want to say that they needed to get out and get going right away, but like nobody has done anything new or really talked about anything new date wise.
No.
Since Gord's passing, and it makes me wonder whether they are done as musicians or whether they'll do other work.
I think. Well, yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I would wager a guess, there'd be maybe a little bit of trepidation to do it.
Yeah.
Because if you're the first guy out of the gates to like, here's my other thing, really, it's going to draw a lot of attention. Whereas previously, it could be like, hey, fuck, I just put these albums out. And,
That's right.
People get them or they don't.
Yeah.
The casualness of Paul's second album cover.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just filling up a pool.
Filling up a pool with a hose. But I love that. I love that album cover. That's great.
It's so good.
It's
and
great.
The material on it is really good too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's it. You never know what you're gonna like out of something or how it's good. Because I like Paul's first solo record more.
I like it.
It's raw.
I like it substantially more.
Yeah, and then this one, I think the first Strippers Union album is maybe a little more raw, but I like the polished energy on.
Sounded very Wisconsin there.
I did. Yeah. I just drink a beer, so I'm a little looser, and my Wisconsin comes out. Yeah. It's a very polished record there. He's doing a fine job.
Oh my
bunch
God.
of good boys there.
He's got a cheese head on now all of a sudden. No, he would never do that. I wouldn't say that.
No, I did.
The Bears.
No, see, I'm a Bears guy.
Yeah.
I was born in Chicago.
That's right.
Just lived in Wisconsin.
All right.
Yeah. There's rules.
All right.
Followed by decades of bitter disappointment. Being a Bears fan.
So what do you think the future of, you think about Canadian content now.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian content didn't really have anything to do with Bieber getting giant.
No, I think it's over. I think that's not a thing anymore. Obviously we need to fill the quota, but
yeah.
I think there's enough music that's come out of all over Canada and broken in the States and elsewhere or worldwide that it's not, you don't really hear about it anymore because we have enough gigantic artists to fill that sort of thing.
Right.
Which, maybe hurts the little guy a bit, but music's changed anyway. So smaller indie music needs a different outlet anyway. You're not going to find it on any radio station, because when you drive around listening to any kind of radio, like hearing new music, there's not a ton of it because they really want to key into a nostalgia thing, There's like in Toronto driving around, I find that, what was that station, 97.7, I guess?
That's how St. Catharines, right?
It's like, yeah. It's like kind of like a hard rock kind of station. I feel like they pick a Canadian band a month, like a 90s band.
And feature them.
And they just, so I just kept on noticing it. I was driving around with a guy who had always wanted that station on. And I was like, there's a lot of I Mother Earth songs I've been hearing.
I Mother Earth. There's another.
Yeah, absolutely. Weird journey for that band. Anyway, and then it was like, then they stopped, and then there wasn't any I Mother Earth. Then it was just Big Wreck for a month, just like hearing all of the Big Wreck tunes. I'm like, what's your thing here? What's happening? And then it was Finger 11 for a while.
Oh, Finger 11.
And that was a bummer.
Yeah. Did you see I was never a Big Wreck guy.
No, I don't have any problem with them. But it just never really caught me.
No.
I think that guy's a hell of a singer, though.
Yeah. I like that song.
Which song?
But
that is a good song. That's fine.
Yeah. But they did they played the Danforth Music Hall last year, and they played a really good version of In View.
They opened, in fact, within view.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. No
Huh.
key, no
No key line, just a
just guitar work. Yeah, and it was
yeah.
it was great.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That guy's got he's got a huge voice, man. He's got like a Cornell kind of pitch to him, you know?
It's so strange that there's so many of these singer-songwriters bands in this country that we all thought were giant. You know, like
Yeah.
paying attention to much music and
Yeah.
watching and listening to the radio, you know, because of CanCon, you would just be like, oh, fuck. You know, like we've got such an incredible scene. And we
Right.
we did. If
We
you lived in
did,
Toronto
but
and
it
you,
did, you know.
went out to shows and got to see stuff, it was great. But then you'd leave the city or leave definitely when you left Canada.
Yeah, they can just go away.
It was like, oh my gosh, like none of this stuff is breaking through except for
Our Lady Peace.
Our Lady Peace broke
And
through.
Bare Naked Ladies after
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing, you know, that I
Never the stuff you really wanted.
that I was
Nothing
proud-
against those guys. That's
No.
great. And I know a lot of people have a lot of emotional attachment to these bands. And I don't want to, talk shit about groups. It's no fun.
I like the first band, Gordon, I think it's called, the first
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of fun.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. But
Yeah,
I would
like
never
that. I like that era of them more than the
stuff that broke.
It's been time period.
It's I was never proud. You know what I mean? I was never like, oh, Our Lady Peace is on the radio down here. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
You know, like this is so great. Like whereas if the hit broke through, you know, like it would be like, oh, Jesus
Because
Christ.
you're going with them or something.
Right.
It's great.
Like it was like
Yeah.
we sat around the TV and we watched them play Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Like that was a pivotal moment. That was
Yeah.
like watching the Canada team play in the gold medal game.
Oh, fuck
you know?
yeah. That's totally what it was. That's great. And again, nothing against those very successful bands. They've done a fine job.
Absolutely. They've done a fine job, but they won't find themselves being included on the playlist for this episode.
No. But you're going to put some all the things I wasn't to make me cry?
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm going to dump a lot of stuff in.
Yeah, that's a good video, too. I like that video. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool, but I liked that journey, man. And here's the thing, is you had these bands go through this journey and take CanCon and not just exploit it or, get something back from it for themselves. They really pushed it. And because those bands did such a huge and amazing job, you get the returns. You get these great Canadian musicians getting, national exposure, international exposure. And that's pretty fantastic. So thanks, CanCon. Bands knocking out great, legitimate indie hits and, getting exposure for weird artists. Here's another one that should be on our little playlist. Here's the Inbreds. Do you remember the
Oh, wow.
Inbreds?
Yeah, I do. They played with the hip.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Great band. Any Sense of Time? Oh, what a track. What a great track. Or Hayden?
Hayden.
Yeah, man. And what a huge career he had. He expanded his sound so much. But he's kind of like it slips through. Like he has some Canadian content, and then that song it out of nowhere becomes a hit. Like no one's gonna look at Bad as They Seem and be like, oh, this is a hit song here. But I mean that voice, that delivery of that song from that album was just amazing.
Girl of my dreams, things are as bad as they seem. She is only 16, and that's why she's only a dream. Woman of my right down my street has a daughter who's 16. That's why she's only a dream. What do I do this for? I've got to get out some more, go down to the someone at the door. Someone who'll make me laugh. Someone to be my better half. Keep me warm under the sack. Share with me my midnight snack. House of my dreams. Things are as bad as they seem. My parents' house I'll stay for free until I'm at least 43. What do I do this for? Got to get out some more. Go down to the grocery store. Meet someone out the door. Someone who'll make me laugh. Someone to be my better half. Keep me warm under the sack. Share with me my midnight snack.
Right on.
So what a great night. Just watching him just play and sing and and I didn't know much. Like I was in Kingston,
Sure.
and it was like I saw, oh, Hayden's going to be playing tonight.
What year
I should
was
go.
this?
2000.
Amazing. I only saw him once. I saw him at what's it called? Field Trip? That thing they do over at Fort York here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I went and saw that, and he was outstanding. Really good. It was just a treat. I couldn't stay there for the whole day. I got free tickets from. I was managing a bar, and I got
Right.
promo stuff from one of my beer distributors, and I couldn't because I had to go back to work.
Oh, man.
I couldn't spend the whole day there, but it didn't matter because I got to see Hayden, and then immediately after that, I saw Timber Timbre.
I don't know.
What? You don't know Timber Timbre?
No.
Dude.
Nope.
Oh, listen, you're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, dude.
Timber
Just,
Timbre.
yeah. Start at the self-titled album and just make your way forward. Nothing but amazing all the time. And, oh, boy, is that something.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you have no
Okay.
idea. Oh, everyone, go listen to Timber Timbre. Please.
Where are they from?
Canada.
If I could, I would turn back into dust. You would look so good to me. I could almost taste it. One moment I'm a king, the next minute nothing. I just wanted to feel alright. But it's not that simple. I get low, 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 low on my own. I get low, 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 low on my own. in the palm of my hand. An empire summoned, and as it was born, all substance crumbled. It was a vain attempt at the meaning of life, and I should have better ways of spending my time. Like climb the mountain, like sail the sea, like build my house up or start my family. It's time to get out. It's time to make a living. I'll reach the summit, but I come tumbling back down. I get low, 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 low on my own. I get low, 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 low on my own. I get low, 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 low on my own. I get low, 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 low on my own.
Yeah, that was a that was an epic album of my musical life.
The self-titled one.
Yeah, when the self-titled one came out, it was from Toronto. Well, good for them. Very nice. What? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're from Toronto. Yeah, the self-titled is not the first album, but that's the breakout one. And like, it just, the whole sound really comes together. It's from 2009, and it is literally the shit. It's outstanding. Creep On Creepin' On was also, that's the follow-up, and fantastic. Hot Dreams is insane. That's a good record. But that, yeah, trust me. Timber Timbre, self-titled, 2009.
Done deal.
Everybody.
Crocodile done deal.
Yeah, yeah. I get low. You want that. You want that in
All
your
right.
life. Yeah. Neat. That's
Well-
fun. I can't wait to hear what you think of Timber Timbre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what I have to say tonight.
I think so too.
This is a little different, like we said.
Yeah. Well, we just wanted to shed
Lot
some
of
light on
CanCon.
these two albums that maybe you don't know, maybe you do, and it was fun for you to listen to, or you're going to hear them for your first time.
And I think, one of the things in talking about this episode with Greg, right off the bat, it became apparent that we had a real CanCon sort of vibe, and that's why we went on this tangent and didn't, go, into detail. I don't think we ever intended to go track for track on these two records.
No.
Do two separate episodes and go track for track. But I think that if there were more information, or we could have had access to Rob Baker, I think that we would have, done a deeper dive. But I think that what we got here, exploring CanCon from 89 to 95 ish, was really nice.
Yeah.
It was just nice.
I had that's what listening to these two albums did for me. They sent me on this memory lane of all these great Canadian bands, and like thinking about Duck and the Slugs again, and and just going through that like awesome period. It was exciting.
It really was.
It was really exciting. I mean, nothing against any Canadian band before 1985,
right?
But just that push when it happened, and it was just like there was a good band after good band after good band after great band, and now there's a lot of them, and holy shit, look at this, is amazing.
Yeah,
that is outstanding. It was so cool to go through, and these albums shot me back there. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my CanCon playlist.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm going to just start in the 80s and go up to maybe like the end of the 90s or something like that.
And will you publish it?
I'll post it on our Facebook thing there.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm going to do that.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
You're good at that.
I'm going to have fun with that. That's okay.
Okay, so we'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as always, it's good talking to you.
You too, buddy.
And when next we meet, I guess we'll be talking about the fourth Gord Downey solo record, the one he did with the Sadies.
That's right.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And that'll be sooner than later?
Much sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the scheme of things, it wasn't that big a break. It was, a month and a half or whatever. But
it'll be fine.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So talk to you soon.
Okay.
Pick up your shit.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
Thanks for listening to Fully and Completely, a Tragically Hip podcast. For more information about Greg, Jamie, or any of our guests, please visit duvra.com. That's DEWVRE.com. Send a letter to the show at info@fullyandcompletely.com. To join our Facebook group, go to facebook.com/groups/fullyandcompletely. And we're on Twitter and Instagram @fullypodcasts. And hey, don't forget to rate and review the show wherever you get your podcasts.
The Duvra
Podcasts and such.